Hey guys, welcome back to another Front Office Rocks video. I hope that you guys are getting some good tips and tricks out of this, things that you can either start a conversation with in your practice or implement into your practice. I want to talk about the topic of an office manager because I have a lot of dentists who talk to me about wanting to hire a good office manager and what makes a good office manager. And I have a lot of office managers who come to me when I'm speaking saying they wish they could do more in their practice, but their doctor doesn't let them, or they're not seeing eye to eye with their doctor. So my thought is, let's talk about the actual office manager position. What is the office manager? What makes a good office manager? Now, I'm going to give you my thoughts about good office manager and what I would want if I had an office manager, if I was a dentist, or what I feel like I did when I was the office manager for our office. But I'm going to tell you, I'm not the person that matters, honestly. The person that matters about who determines who's a good office manager is actually the dentist, okay? Doctors, you need to determine what makes a good office manager. And you can ask around and you can read books and you can go on on Facebook and ask other dentists and stuff. But when it comes down to it, you need to think for yourself what you want for an office manager. I think so many times we go to other people to try to find out from them, like it kills me. What do you have your office manager do? What do you pay your office manager? How do you handle these things? Well, it doesn't matter how another office does it. It really matters for you. So you need to go through and make a list of what would you like to have, or what would you like your office manager to be doing? Where are they dropping the ball? Where have they not gotten the training they need? Where could they step up more? Or if you're hiring an office manager, what would you like that office manager to be doing? So my thoughts are, first of all, that the office manager is kind of the eyes and ears of the dentist. So the office manager needs to be able to communicate with the dentist, to know what the dentist is wanting to achieve, to help the dentist with setting realistic goals and knowing, what the doctor wants to accomplish and by when, and letting them know if it's possible or not, to developing a game plan with the doctor. So really working one-on-one with the dentist. And the reason is to allow the dentist to spend the time being a dentist and the office manager being out there, rocking it for the dentist, making things happen. So first and foremost is being the liaison for the dentist, okay? The second thing then is to be the liaison for the team, okay? So to be the opposite. So the doctor a lot of times doesn't get the communication, the thoughts, the issues, the problems, stuff going on with the team. That's where the office manager kind of plays the liaison for the team. They need to be the go-to person that the team feels safe to go to, that they know if they go to the office manager, they're going to get maybe not resolution to their problem, but get heard. Maybe they just need someone to listen to them, or maybe they have suggestions and they want to make sure that it's, at least their suggestions are being heard and respected. So the liaison to the doctor, the liaison to the team, okay? The third one is the liaison to the patients, all right? And that's not always easy because a lot of times the office manager is the bad guy, or the one that has to handle the issues when they arise. The team is the one who deals with the day-to-day, the receptionist, the scheduler, the treatment coordinator, the assistant hygienist. But when it gets elevated to the office manager, many times that's when there's a patient who's upset or needs some correction or something. So it's not an easy job, but we need to be the liaison to the patients and be able to either talk the crazy patients down off the ledge, or get a patient to understand why we have certain policies, or whatever the case may be. So there's three people that we work for, okay? Then lastly, it's us as the office manager. We need to do our jobs. And I feel that our job as an office manager is to first manage the environment. And when I do this, I do it because to be above the day-to-day operations, to not always, we have to jump in where needed. Sometimes we have to turn over a room or answer phones or whatever. But most of the time, the office manager should be kind of hovering above the operations of the day, putting out fires, handling issues, addressing questions, managing just the flow, because our responsibility is flow, production, the operation, right? We need to make sure that we're watching everything going on. And so many of our team members have to be tunnel vision on their top, whatever it is they're doing, assisting or hygiene or phones. They have to be so tunnel vision. We need somebody who's looking at the company from above and really managing the day-to-day. So that's really the first thing. The second thing is looking into the future. We need to be looking at where's the practice going? What does the doctor want to improve upon? What kind of training do we need? How are we going to hit the goals that we set? So we need to be managing today, and then we need to be looking into the future. And part of looking into the future, not to add more to your plate, is to look at the past so we don't repeat history. When things don't go well, we want to learn from that and we want to put things in place so that the future doesn't repeat itself, okay? So you work for the doctor, you work for the patients, you work for the team, you work for yourself, you look at the future and you manage today. That is, in my mind, the perfect office manager. Now, an office manager also, I feel, needs to be out there on the front lines when needed so that you can lead by example, so you can show the team that you can get out there and do what they're doing, to jump in where needed, but to be careful not to get sucked in, okay? You need to make sure that you're allotting yourself time, or doctors, that you're allotting the time to the office manager to be able to do those things, right? To get your goals set, to manage the day-to-day, to look towards the future, to set up things that are needed for your practice. So there's a balance between getting sucked in and jumping in. I also think office managers need to have an open door policy. I've seen some office managers where they are an office manager and they go into the office to manage, they close the door, and that's the last the team really sees them. This is not an office manager of, like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of another business. This is a dental office manager. You gotta be in there. You do need to have a quiet place where you can go and get some stuff done because that's important, but your team needs to know that they can come to you. Your doctor needs to be able to come to you. You need to have open door policy. Now, what does that mean? I think the office manager is the hardest position in the entire dental office. I'm sorry, dentists, hygienists, I'm sorry. But the office manager needs to be self-motivated, be self-directed, to be able to understand that they're not one of the team. They're also not the boss. So they're middle management, which means there's nobody else at your level. Nobody understands what you're going through, and you're trying to make the boss happy and keep the team happy, and you're in the middle. So it is a rough job, but it's an amazing, rewarding job. And if you get the right connection with your team, the right connection with your doctor, you manage the patients well, it can be the best position in the world. So that's kind of my thoughts on what makes a good office manager. At Front Office Rocks, we have a lot of training videos that will help if you're looking to train, office managers, or you want to improve as an office manager. I was an office manager for quite a few years, so I've got lots of videos and thoughts and content there for you. And then I also would recommend, if you're an office manager looking to improve, or you're a doctor looking to help your office manager, to look into AADOM, which is AADOM. It's the American Association of Dental Office Management. They have online forum, they have courses, they also have an amazing conference every year, which is my favorite. I love, so if you saw this video and you came to AADOM because of me, definitely mention it. In fact, there's a coupon code for AADOM, so if you're interested in joining AADOM, we'll put it in the video or the content below. So check it out, check out Front Office Rocks. Doctors, we're here to help you if you're looking to hire an office manager or promote somebody. Team members, if you're looking to become the office manager, we're here to help you. So there you go. So there's my 2 cents on what makes a good office manager. Again, I said 2 cents. I'm just going to point this out every time. Thanks for watching. Subscribe below. Get your office manager friends to watch these too, and your teams. And even share these in the if there's one that you love, share it in the huddle in the morning. So thanks, guys. I hope you have an amazing day.